thoughts on my end, get a couple thoughts from y'all's end, very specifically as it relates to economic development and jobs. In other words, if you think of there being 1 or 2 or 3 silver bullets that you think would make a difference on that front, I would love to get your input. And then just open up the floor for any comments, questions, pearls of wisdom, or others from y'all's end. Let me begin. And let me begin with what I said before any group that I'm before, which is I apologize for letting you down. Now, with all due respect, I mean, some friends say, would you quit apologizing? But look, if I had offended my brother or my sister, I would think that I owe them an apology. And that's where I begin. Now, with all due respect to some friends in the media, they stopped the coverage at that point, and the story goes from there. And where the story goes from there is in this larger question we've got to ask all of ourselves when we stumble or fall, which is where do we go from here? And I think what we have, and I genuinely believe this, is an opportunity that in some ways we've not had before over the last couple of years, over really, in many ways, my time in the governorship. And here's what I mean by that. If you were to follow the coverage, for instance, with the stimulus debate of this spring, what you heard were a lot of folks saying, he's just saying that because he wants to run for president. But in fact, if you looked at the very things that I was saying 15 years ago, when I was a pup freshman in the United States Congress, I was saying the exact same things about sustainable spending and about spending overall. And if there's anything that is abundantly clear, though I said at the time, I'm not running for president, that's not where I am, some folks within political circles didn't believe that. But I will guarantee you, after the events of this summer, if there's anything that is abundantly clear, and I think believable at this point, is that I'm not running for president. I think we got that one off the table, which though brings the opportunity, which is maybe for the first time we could actually have a debate on some issues not based on Mark's political trajectory of where I am or I'm going to go, but frankly based on the issue itself. And that's where I need y'all's help. Because what will ultimately determine, and I understand this at a level I've never before understood it in my life, what will determine what comes next is not how hard Mark works, how hard Mark pushes, how hard Mark works, how hard Mark pushes, or how hard the General Assembly does the same, but rather what you all do. The degree to which you all are willing to make noise and to make your voice heard, because it's squeaking wheels that get grease in politics. And so what I'm here to ask is to say, God can make lemonade out of lemons, but it requires a bit of work from everybody. And if we could begin, it used to be I'd go to a Rotary Club talk, and with all due respect to what you were saying earlier,